Hello everyone, this is Gagan from Team Code++, and today we are going to look at how to install Docker on our machine. So without any delay, let's start. This is the official documentation of Docker, and as you can see, we have three platforms that are being supported: Mac OS, Windows, and Linux distributions. So under Linux, we are going to install on Ubuntu today, since I'm using Ubuntu machine right now. So I'll click on Ubuntu here. So the first step they say is we need to check the prerequisites. So they are officially supporting five versions of Ubuntu, and we need to check which version we are using along with the architecture that we have in a machine. So let's go to terminal. Under etc there is an file os-release. So as you can see, the version is focal in our case, and the version ID is 20.0.4. So, and our architecture is also 64-bit, and that you can check using uname-n. So architecture and the version of Ubuntu both matches with our case, in our case. So there are three methods by which you can install Docker, and we are going to use the recommended approach by using the Docker repositories. There is another way to download the deb package on the server and install the Docker uh, through that. And this is helpful when there is no internet connection available to that server. And the third one is using the automated scripts. So we are going to install using the Docker repositories method. So there are these three steps to download the prerequisite for update or for installation. So we'll do sudo apt-get first. Once that is done, we need to install few of the packages, and these packages uh, is useful to install Docker. So there are five packages that they have given. After that, we need to add the GPG key. In my case, I have already added the GPG key beforehand, so it is asking me to override the same file. So I'll say yes, and it has overridden that file. After that, we are going to see, so that we can download the nightly version, the test repository, and the stable repository as such. So for in our case, we don't need the testing purpose. So we are going to download the stable version, and this is the command that they have given. Please select the appropriate architecture in your case. So for me it was AMD64, so I am using this command. So now the last step, that we are going to install Docker engine. So let's update our packages, though this is not required since we did it just now. And this is the command to install Docker. So if you want to install Docker, any older version of Docker, so you need to specify the version like this in the command. And to get all the versions, this is the command. This will output all the versions, and you just need to mention this version ID, which old version ID you need to give here and here. Here as well as here. So let's download the latest version in our case. Just say yes. I'll be back once this is done. So it just completed. So as you can see here, this is the version that is being installed in our case. So to verify that, you can do docker info command. So docker info command will give all the information about the Docker. So currently how many containers are there, how many containers are running, stopped, how many images are there. In our case, we haven't installed any image, so it says 0. What is the logging driver for this? So by default, the logging driver is JSON file. So every time the logs are generated for the container, they are generated in the JSON format. Well, in the future videos, we will see how we can change this. For the timing, this command is enough to check that Docker is running. Okay. So the last thing that I wanted to do was let's download one image from the Docker Hub repository. Since this image is not present locally, so it will connect to the Docker Hub repository and download the image from there. And once done, it says hello from Docker. If this message is shows that your installation appears to be working correctly. So let's see what our images we have now. Sorry, I forgot to put sudo. So we have one image here. So that's all from this video. In the future video, we'll go through all the Docker commands as well as we'll dig down deep to how we can customize Docker according to our need. So thank you. Stay tuned for future videos.